Okay, it's 5:55, September 15th, 2023. I'm gonna pull some cards and then we'll talk. I keep seeing Pisces and Gemini flipping back and forth. It's like the two twins dancing with two fish. So I saw it more than 3 times. I figured, okay. I should give you a this isn't a, I don't know how to express this. I feel like it's for those archetypes, but it's not for people with it's not a zodiac sign reading. So I'm not reading what's going on with you right now or previously or in the future. It's kind of like decoding something, like a vision, okay? Because I was shown the symbol of Gemini spinning, but spinning on its side like a pendulum between Pisces and Gemini. And then I saw a card spread, and I was like, okay, am I supposed to be doing it that way? And then the images just kept rolling with like cards being read. So now we're here. So don't assume that it's for a zodiac sign or anything. Kind of look at this educationally, I guess. Because I've been tuning into a lot of energies today, a lot of different ones, and there's been some really low vibrational people and stuff that they're doing. And then on the flip side, there's really high vibrational people. And then in between, it's like this neutral Department of Motor Vehicles vibe. And then there's the macro I've been picking up on the whole like story of 2,000 years of weird bullshit consolidated in like weird images I was seeing. And then a bunch of different people on different platforms of social media that I don't really know about. Sorry, I'm having to hold this camera. And people with different names that I'm not really certain who they are, but I can feel their energy and I don't know. Okay, just stay there. So I've been putting out the messages they've been asking me to put out. By they, I mean the ancestors and the spirit guides and source. So in between all this, I was shown a fire. And then the reading I did earlier, there was the Princess of Wands, and the Queen of Wands, and a bunch of fire. And then I came across a channel regarding Zoroastrianism, Ahura Mazda, and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I already know. Like, okay, we already know. What about all this? And then there was the previous video to this one, which should be uploaded by now since it was like a 12-minute video or something. And that involved seeing a bunch of gnats, a bunch of black crow feathers again, two gay men in a marriage. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but these two men, one of them was like in a nurse's outfit, and the other one was in a witch's outfit, and they were like cackling over a cauldron. Then there was a lot of gnats again, and then I heard Natalie, Natalie, over and over, and I'm like, there's only one person I've known in life with that name, and it was barely even knowing, like it was just a channel on YouTube with somebody's name like that, and they were weird. Like it was just like really uncomfortable to be in that place. It was like slimy. I don't know how to explain it. And then I sit down, I pour myself a cup of coffee. I'm like, okay, enough messages for today. Because usually throughout the day when I'm just doing stuff, I get glimpses, little glimmers, little visions of things. And then it's kind of like a puzzle piece where they send me the message in bits and pieces. And then suddenly I'm making a video. Okay. And see, there's someone else's energy, someone that says okay a lot. But they say it in a different way, very airy, like an air sign. And if I tune into that energy, then it goes into a whole branch of other people, which tells me that person has a community. But then there's different people who say that thing under the same vibratory umbrella, which are in different fields of this giant tree that I keep seeing that has orbs on it. Which then reminds me of images I've seen on videos where people have a tapestry with a tree that has golden orbs on it. But it's that tapestry looks like a snapshot of an actual place that's in another dimension. So when I tune into that, that branches off into some other entire other story that's going on between an organization or some kind of something from hundreds of years ago ringing some bell, and then it busts a hole through reality and they end up in some other dimension. But that's this version story. Where I'm from, like those people were the ones that came in and destroyed everything that was there already. And then they had a really messed up belief system regarding evil being justified. And it's like gone on for dimensions of reality. And I'm like, that's too much. I don't even want to go down that path. Like, tuned it back out, came back down here, and I'm like, I'm just gonna chill. Then they showed me the Pisces again. This time the two fish were spinning like this, up and down, like a clock. But then one of the fish went the other way, and then they made the infinity symbol. And I was like, what the fuck? So then I was like, you've had me posting enough, dear source and guides. I'm not dealing with it today. Then I saw the Gemini again, two of them, back to back, and then front to front, and then back to back. And then they started attacking each other. And then the Pisces fish started trying to nibble at each other like beta fish. And I was like, this is kind of gruesome. Why am I being shown this? And then the spinning of the Gemini and Pisces images I was seeing went on their side. And it was like just everything just flopped. And then we're doing this. I'm trying to pull cards to try to figure out what the fuck. Because all day today, I've been wanting to sit down and watch Sleeping Beauty again. Because it's like fun and it's like one of 3 DVDs I have. And I'm tired of YouTube and Netflix. But I keep seeing this. So I'm hoping we can sort this out. Because there's a lot going on. There's a lot. It reminds me of, it's like I'm seeing a spider web, but I'm also seeing facets of a crystal being shaped. And then I keep being shown the color green. All the shades of green. And then I was being shown the collective consciousness's vocabulary list, like a thesaurus of what they consider and associate with the color green. And the most prevalent thing that the collective consciousness associates with the color green is envy. Not nature, not a healed heart, not grass or flowers or, any of that stuff. No, envy. So we're gonna read. We're gonna pull some cards and then we'll talk. Okay. Look, it's like she's like, "Hey, you over there," and he's like, "Yes," and she's like, "Hey, you over there, yes. Where are you? I can't hear you. I'm right here. I'm looking right at you. What do you mean? Where are you?" They're both facing the same direction, but it's like she's aiming, like she's calling to him. So they're supposed to be kind of like like this. Nope, like that. Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and Strength. Oh, this is fascinating. Look at this. I would totally leave this up here and shuffle from a distance. So it doesn't work that way too well, but we can try. Look. A statue of a man, but the woman is the one taming the lion with a snake at her foot. Like she has her foot or her dress on the top of the snake. It's almost as if the snake is either resting under her foot or her dress, like it's finding comfort with it, and it's trying to wiggle like in there to just kind of rest, hide. Or she has her foot on its head, like her heel, and it's trying to get away. Either way, the feminine has a lot on her plate, and that's usually people associate this with Leo, but I usually look at this card as a Virgo. And then there's that's not really an image of God, so to speak. It's more of you see that club, the mountain that was climbed, and then instead of whatever being on top of it, it's a dragon in the sky and a man with a stick holding 3 balls. And then down here, she's doing all that. It's kind of weird. Reversed. Why isn't the one with the stick, the obvious weapon, the one taming the lion? Why is it the one who's in a nightgown, basically, with a snake under her foot, a lion at her hand, and she's like still doing all that? But why is that there? And it's wearing the skin of a lion. It's carved in a way where it destroyed the lion previously, and that's what was held as the tradition. This is also starting to look like like something's being brought to someone that's unaware of something, and there's someone else either calling something else in for that person. Like she's kind of the gatekeeper of the gifts, and then there's like all these people in front of her bringing those things to be verified to be sent to that person. It also looks like someone's stopping what's coming for someone else or trying to, and putting a like a slowdown to it. Slowing it down, getting it stuck in the mud. But this energy can just turn around and do that. Because this character is either irrelevant or an ally. The energy of clarity and wisdom, not just an archetype or a zodiac sign. Usually it's a Gemini or something, or Libra. And this one is, I think, Taurus and something else. I don't know. To me, these are symptoms. Seeing something that isn't perceived correctly. The reason I'm saying that is because there's 3 people there, and they are underneath a boat. So they're headed away from something. It's like there's a flood coming, or they're carrying something away, like a coffin. But this person, whatever this energy is, it's kind of at a high vibration, it's a organization, order, from disasters, kind of the crossroad person, the person that when kids get off school, there's that hallway monitor type of person that helps them cross the street. Someone in the authorities that's doing good work, someone that's helping the innocents, sharing truth, etc., and helping things be put to rest. On the flip side of it, it's someone who's completely oblivious of what's, an overwhelming amount of emotions they're going to experience, because they're too busy doing dark magic against something that's being brought to someone else. It's like, no, 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 you can't go there. No, no, there's all this paperwork you got to do. There's all these things, car tickets and all these bills and everything else. You can't go there with that. And this dude's like, oh, but I've been trying to go there for so long. It's, this pentacle's been in the works for a long time. The horse is tired. We need to give this to that person and then rest. And then this one's like, did you fill out the paperwork? Did you dot all your I's and cross your T's? Did you do everything you needed to do? And he's like, yes, I did everything I need to do. Can I go now? And the entire time she's like, nope, there's still more paperwork. There's still more stuff to do. All the while, this person's like, oh no, when is that pentacle going to get there? When is that, person going to come home from work? I need help with the kids, kind of thing. And at work, someone's keeping someone else busy, because they know the minute they get home, it would help that person. The dude on the pentacle, on the horse, even gets off the horse to go bring the pentacle, which turns that strength card into the Queen of Pentacles. So whatever this is, so far, it seems like it can be read in a lot of different ways, but I'm being shown and asked to read it in a very movie kind of way, because I don't really know what the heck this is. It's like the zodiac signs are backwards. There's a lot of manipulation regarding this. And despite what people think I know personally, I mean, whatever. Yeah, look, there's that boat again, but this time up there. Same one from down there. A King of Cups with the feminine symbol on his throne. A dagger, a hammer, an architect's tool, an axe, and a net. A yellow cloak, a scepter, a crown, a boat, ice, clouds, and a mountain. In water that seems chaotic, but there's dolphins swimming. And this King of Cups is looking at a strength character off in the distance, almost like from the other side of that mountain. And he's seeing how this person or that pentacle isn't being allowed to get to that energy. Now I'm seeing the zodiac wheel itself and Pisces and Gemini kind of merging into one sign, and then it throws the entire zodiac off, but then another one shows up. But it's like a fucus, but he's not the wounded healer. He's like the she, and the snake is cuddling her, it's not poisoning her. Flipped again. Four of Wands, male and female, root and throat, truth and foundations, firmament and foundations. Weird. That's two foundations. Swords, weapons of destruction, treachery, people bound up. The King of Cups doing weird, shady shit. Look at that. Yellow, yellow. It's like he's looking over there for something, and then he's like, whoop, whoop, bye, and then steals it. This is looking like the same thing to me now. Like, these are all the, it's a big celebration or something. And in that celebration, they're not noticing someone picking the coffers. I can't help but feel like there's zodiac signs missing, and the wheel of the zodiac is incorrect. And it has greatly to do with Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Scorpio, or something watery, something weird and otherworldly, something divine and yet underworldly, because those grow out of the mud. So underneath that water, there's mud, which is where those children are standing to play. But they're playing in the wisdom and the purity of clear light. But that clear light is brought on at the realization of what's been and who's been and how's been. The foundation screwed up because of something someone somewhere did some time ago with something official, and then they buried it so no one would know. They switched things around, they lied, they blinded people to what was going on, they kept them busy. while they pilfered and made something else with it. So, Zodiac wheelishly, this seems like Sagittarius would need to be on the other side, where Pisces is, I think, on the wheel. Let me see here. Zodiac wheel. I guess it's depending on where the placement is, because on all of these it seems different. But Sagittarius and Gemini would switch places. So it would go Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius. But then Aries wouldn't be where it is, because Libra would have to be there. Because after all that stuff from Pisces comes the balance and harmony, the scales at the end of life and stuff. Aquarius wouldn't be there. Aquarius would be somewhere else, which would be where Leo is. Because first you're, detached and all that stuff. Then the Leo, the sun comes out. And it's the community and unity. Where's the other one? I don't know. It's Pisces and Gemini. So Pisces and Virgo would flip places and turn one deacon, whatever that is, over. So then it would be the zodiac wheel would start with Pisces. No, wait. No, maybe. Well, technically it would start with Leo. No, technically it would. That's weird. It keeps swirling. I'm looking at this, by the way. Can you see it? There. And it's just kind of swirling. Anyway. Okay, so what about this? Do we need to know? What is this about? So this is a lot of different micro and macro stuff and a lot of different stories being told in this. I don't get it. Okay, so this goes to number 7, and then this is a number 7. And this says voice. So someone like sounding the alarm that that's happening or that happened. And then the snow here, snow there. And then it's melted. By the hand of God and the Holy Spirit. So what about the zodiac wheel? Time will tell. Tick tock, tick tock. Bill. Okay. 11 and 2. Hearth and sap. Red umbrella and an astronaut. A baby, a fireplace, and a protective dog. Gold sparkles and gold, but one's in space and one's on land and one's indoors. Four headlights from the north watching someone go south, or four headlights from the south watching someone go from the south to the north. Multiple different layers of reality being looked at when looked at one thing. Time. There's been time magic done. I don't even know what like you people do, but there has been absolute time magic done regarding the perception and comprehension of time throughout people's lives. And it's been silenced, but now no more. The waters and stuff that were frozen, look at that. They're melted. It's like the eyes of the earth are clearing and life is being restored by the beating heart of the feminine, of the Great Mother. See those four ventricles? The four headlights? The opening of the heart space and the balancing of the equator. This could also talk about a pole shift, that it's time. What's up is down and down is up, or it has been, and things are being set right. I'm seeing the Earth on its axis, and on the North Pole, there's a false North Star. And the icy inner core, like the hearts of people, their inner core, whatever it is to you. The snow, the coldness, the lack of empathy there is being melted, and through that, they're seeing the beauty in the snow instead of seeing the ice and the coldness and all of that. It's almost as if this person doing what they're doing is somehow helping a whole bunch of stuff happen that's melting something and bringing something, holy moly, revealing a kingdom. Because if all that was under the ice, then one of those peaks on top of that castle weren't even noticed. And the more the ice melts, the more the earth is like, voila. And then the earth smiles, and look at all that water. There's something about volcanoes and the air and the oceans where it's like the earth is tilting and things are going to move and be shaken up a little bit, especially by a moon phase. If you're near an area that deals with a lot of water or fire elemental stuff or hurricane type things, please take care of your area. Stock up on what you need to. This is not to make you afraid of anything. There's a smile on her face. Just Take care of your inner and outer core. The outer core is melting? I don't even know what that means. That's like way, way above my pay grade. Cause I don't. Alright, I wanna go. I don't wanna do this anymore. It's been 35 minutes. What else? Storms from the east. If you guys are using jump gates, please be careful where you're going. There might be a lot of pressure in the transference of physical information through those jump gates. So you might want to, if you're going through, make certain the coordinates are right, because there's weird stuff in the energy fields, and it'll cause something like that. See how it looks like she's going through a gate, but she's breaking apart as she's going through it? It's like there's been tampering. The number 3 seems significant. 3 of Pentacles. Maybe there's 3 people involved in tampering with the Stargate. Oh, I don't want to hear about that. There's that same mountain. Look at that. This one was like, I don't even want to go all the way up there. Screw it. There's probably a picture of a guy holding his dong up there. And all that snow melts and the clarity to like not even want to bother. What's the point? There's stuff to do down here. What is this about that jump gate? Tell me what they're allowed to know, I guess, to help prevent any malfunctions. Plants, ice, electricity, and speed. I know nothing of pretty much anything in the human world in this whatever century this is. So I don't know what this means, but your advice is be aware of these things. Energetically, it really feels like there's some form of quantum massive, some, I don't want to call it dark energy, but it feels like a lot of energy under pressure. And it doesn't feel like it's anywhere where people expect. This doesn't look like a volcano, but I've pulled a volcano card how many times now? And then there's something under the water that's really, really like unknown. What is that mist under the water? Is that an octopus? Is that a jellyfish? What is that? Why are these pufferfish puffed up? Why are they all swimming away? Even that jellyfish right there, it's like dead and falling to the ground. What is the big panic in this image? Why is there a woman there now? I thought that's an octopus, but it's a woman? Or is it coral reef pretending to be a woman? You know how some plants design themselves to look like birds? The biome is shifting. Oh, weird. That just looked like it said Jupiter. Weird. Oh, Birkeland currents from Jupiter through the planet's electromagnetic field are being interfered with by man-made structures. To me, they look like sun panels, sunroof. Whoa. That thing is massive. You know those grain silos? This feels like something massive in space. Oh, it's so big. It's like as big as a planet, but it's man-made and it's kind of hollow. There's some energy current that isn't visible to people that's moving everywhere. And it's not good or bad. Like it's not that kind of an energy. It's something natural that's supposed to happen. It's like a realignment of the planet. Like realigning the axis tilt. But it's not being able to get to it because there's some metal in the way. A hollow something, a tube, a blade, a machine, a sunroof, a sun panel, something. Look, it looks like a sunroof panel. You see that? Also an upside down cross. Oh, this is so weird. I don't know who that person is, but they think what I'm doing is weird. So why are you here? Find your own north. Geek. By the way, check your fridge. There's expired stuff in there. What else? Time. Gravity. Pressure. Oh. Music. The sun. Passion. Okay, so I'm so scared to lean back in this chair right now because it's been making the sounds louder and louder and louder, and he's asleep right there. Don't worry, that's not what you think it is. It's actually something else, and it's leavable. Don't worry. When the chair squeaks too much, he freaks out. I don't know why. I guess it's like really loud for him to squeak in the chair. Again! Sorry, you're not even watching me shuffle, so it doesn't matter. Dark matter and pressure. Okay, I'm going to assume that there's people listening that know about this stuff, so I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing instead of trying to make sense of it, because I feel like I'm speaking to people who are very well educated regarding this. Give me the images to show to them, because what I'm seeing is something being moved out of the way of a planet so that something from the sun hitting the planet can move like an energy source, an energy something. I keep hearing the word Birkeland current, but I don't know what that is, but it looks like And you know when the sun throws out a flare and it looks like a little whip or a little crescent? It looks like that, but instead of getting to the earth, and it's not even to the earth, it's like somewhere, I don't even know what this place is. It's deflecting off a metal thing, something metallic. And it's not like it's not supposed to do that. It's almost like it's supposed to do that. But there's something that is interfering with something. That's a weird example. Okay. It's kind of like hormone replacement therapy or any kind of replacement therapy for anything in your body. If you keep if you keep providing your body that thing, that vitamin supplement, that hormone injection, the nicotine patch, whatever, it's going to, your body will do less of it itself and become more dependent on that thing. Whether you realize it or not, that's what it does. So, cosmologically, there is an energy current that's normally it's okay to bounce it and deflect it, whatever. So, most of the time it's okay because energy goes to where it belongs anyway. But it seems like there's something going on now. Like I'm seeing a pinball machine and the ball is being flung back and forth, back and forth. And it's like, no, now the ball's supposed to go in that part. And they're like, no, we want to keep playing. And they keep like clicking the thing. And the fingers are turning black doing it. Like they're just doing it until they turn to dust and to decay. I'm seeing like it decay away. So nasty. Because something is supposed to come together. A certain energy from the heavens, the cosmos, is supposed to come down and touch something. Similar to when you're outside and you're wearing shoes when you're supposed to be touching the ground with your bare feet. There's a, what is that word? I have no idea what that word is. I can't even think about pronouncing it. It sounds like DIS and then something with a gong. Discordant gong. It sounds like a discordant something. It's not supposed to sound that way. I don't know. I'm seeing someone listen to their car engine and they're like, it's not supposed to sound that way. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's what this feels like. It's not supposed to look that way. It's not supposed to be that way. Something's not right. And look, gateways. But there's nobody there. But then they are. And then there's that same mountain, but this time covered in a lush forest. Okay. That's going in so many different directions. Even my mind isn't able to be like, wait, how am I supposed to talk about these opposing branches at the same time? That's too much. Anything else? I don't want to pull out another. Bro, be careful. Like, super duper be careful. This says change. The winds of change. Brave the oceans. The winds of change that brave the oceans produce wildness in the electricity, which creates movement and speed across the cities that distorts the perception of those fragilely positioned on foundations that they endure on when they could be somewhere better. Life. Did you know Zoe means life? The card beneath life is north, the expanse. The aurora borealis just looked like an ice wall melting and revealing a new path, which brings in new life, which helps people expand from where they are to new areas, causing movement from city to different locations, because people are moving like electricity to get to. It's kind of like a California gold rush, where people are just traveling to like a new continent somewhere. This feels global, like globe, planet, everybody like on the planet, not about one person. This is the world we share that I'm picking up on. I have to clarify that for these little tarot tarts that are constantly watching this channel to think that they're going to get anything more than a few minutes of comedy time. Like, I love them all. What do you think I'm going to do? Hit you? I'm going to act a fool and make you laugh, though. Create spaces of sanctuary for yourself and others, because there are others that might need your assistance. Look, the swirly, the flip-flop. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. You guys. Oh my God. This seems like dang. Okay. Everyone is safe, well, healthy, happy, and provided for. You all have your sanctuary and shelters. You are all loved by God's source, the good, omnibenefic creator who has enough intelligence to realize that disease, sickness, poverty, death, etc. are not godly. So if you're experiencing those things, please pray them away. They are not of God. God loves you. Now on a more micro scale. You know those situations where you're like, oh, I'm so glad I had that thing. Where it's like, you should buy that extra something. Or it's like extra, gallon of water or milk, or an extra packet of eggs, or something extra with like, I don't know, hygiene products or something, cat food. Just in case. Just in case. Okay. Just in case. Because that was 3 cards, and the only thing I saw in my head is a bunch of people at a grocery store. Oh my God. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me and you and yourself. Repeat that to yourself. No matter where I am at home. Born out of mud, outcast because do you comply? No. Get out. Last card, please. Bro, I cannot continue to reiterate the same thing over and over and over, okay? I have a life to live. I told you, organize your stuff. Make certain your home is peaceful. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. Our Lady of the Interior Life. The other one was the Goddess of Sanctuary. Take care of your home. I'm not going to go further into it. Take care of what you need. Take care of what you have to have as necessities. Stop wasting money on luxuries for just a little bit. Just organize your stuff. Get rid of the discordant feeling. Those of you working with like Aeronautic and all this other weird shit, make certain you're actually hiring people who know what the fuck they're doing and care about their job. And rude. What else? I don't know. That spaceshipy thing is weird. What am I supposed to tell them about that? If you can use it for bad, you can use it for good, can't you? Okay. Last one, then I'm gonna go. The Wounded Dragon and Mercy. Bro, I'm telling you, there's something happening in the universe that the energy is supposed to go to somewhere it's supposed to go to, and there's things blocking the light from getting to the trunk of the tree. Something from the firmament, Sky Daddy, Sky Mommy, Sophia, Thelate, all those beings, Ahura Mazda, trying to do something, doing something, etc., trying to get something across to people, but it's like, hello. Hello. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't make that card. God did that. Also, someone named US Games. No. Andy Baggett. Am I reading that right? Oh, Bagot. I'm like, Baggett. I looked at it as like Bilbo Baggins, and I'm like, what is this? Is this a Lord of the Rings deck that I never noticed? And I'm like, oh no. Dyslexia. Imperial Dragon Oracle by Andy Bagot and Peter Prokovnik. Okay. Apparently they were divinely inspired to make this deck. Definitely had no mischief involved. It says mischief. Why does it match my red shirt? Why are you stirring the pot? Zippity doo dah, zippity dah. I'm gonna stir every pot every fucking day. Okay. Mary and her little lamb are gonna go now. And we're gonna go play. Have fun, take care of yourselves. I hope this helped. I have no fucking idea what I just did for the recent hour. All I know is I keep seeing a giant Dyson sphere that's causing something to be really fucked up. And I don't even know how I know what a Dyson sphere is, but it's something that goes around the sun and drains the sun energy and passes it to something else. It also looks like the yin yang symbol in the dark, capturing the light part in the dark and siphoning that energy to the dark side and draining the light out of the light side of the yin yang until it's all just dark and then it breaks and dies. Like there's no life anymore anywhere. And then it's like there's life, and then we all white and it's all good, and then somebody gets a stupid idea to be like, let's do something stupid. And then they do something stupid, and then it turns dark. And then the cycle has to continue to clean that yin yang out again, because it's not supposed to be duality, it's supposed to be a circle of life. Full of color. There's a reason why it's separated, and it looks black and white. How does she know all this? Oh my god. I told you. A lot of times I told you. How do I know all this? I have no idea. I get images in my head, and then there's a man sitting on a chair somewhere or a throne that has wings, and he's sitting on wheels, and he's really nice, and he's like a god, and then there's like a mom, and then there's like creators, and then there's a bunch of people, and then they're all on a farm, and then we're all living together, and it's all amazing. And then they're like, go tell them this. And I'm like, why? And they're like, just do it and do it like this. And I'm like, I'm not even going to remember that. And they're like, just go do it. And then I go and do it. And then it's an hour later and I've apparently done it. So whatever it is. I can't explain it to you because I don't know what the fuck it is. The way I comprehend it is the literal source of existence itself is like, here's a note. And then that note gets passed down to a bunch of other people, beings, spirits, like they're all spirits and energies, and they all have a color and everything else. And then it goes from them to me, and then I click the video on, and then you guys hear it. I'm just kind of sitting here like, there's another hour. Did I even clock in for work? Am I getting paid? Dang it. I need food. Ah! Don't worry, all is well. Always well. Okay. There's a bunch of names I'm hearing, but I don't want to say them. And I'm hearing them in a lot of different accents. Names starting with J, names starting with N, W's, F's, R. Don't forget Philip's head. Someone's still Jenny from the block. Because I just heard Jennifer Lopez go, I'm still Jenny from the block. And then there's I just saw 658 turn to 659, and I'm like, that 8 just lost, like it took its jacket off and it turned into the number 9. I just saw an entire little movie of the number 8 going home, and then it takes off its jacket, and then it turns into the number 9 on the couch because it's sitting there reclined. Whatever. I don't fucking care. You know, there's something else I've been seeing a lot, and it's weird. It's almost like Barbella. Like, it's not an archangel, it's not a seraphim, it's not those, but it's something. I'm like, oh, you. And it's like, and I'm like, oh, you. And it's like, and I'm like, uh-oh. But I have no idea what I'm uh-ohing about. It's like something weird is going on in the world. Just weird. My right foot is itching. And I just saw someone's feet in the grass, but then the grass gets covered with water. And their feet are ankle high in water. I'm gonna go. This is like such strange, not okay energy. And I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to verbalize it. I just want life and nature and God to just peace already. Like peace and harmony. Good grief. Oh my God. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. It's been 100 years. How are we still dealing with this stuff? At the least 100 years. The same old stuff. Not just physically in human people, but also planetarily. Something's not right. I'm even noticing it like with my chair. You know how my chair squeaks when I'm like, do you hear that? Okay. So I was thinking about this stuff and I'm thinking like maybe the wheel of reality is like needing to be greased up. Like something's stuck. Not for just for me or someone else or like collectively with witch bitches. No, I mean like the entirety of some planet is stuck in some distorted amber field or something. Like in Fringe, where they would get stuck in that weird temporal ambery thing. I guess I have more eyelashes today. I don't even know. Do you know how? Can I just say this as a person, as a breathing, living person? Do you know how weird it is to look at myself in the mirror every day and see someone else's eyes reflecting back at me because of mediumship, spiritual abilities, technological interferences, extrasensory perception abilities, and then just having my body physiologically change so many ways in the recent just 10 years alone. Like, I just can't give a fuck anymore. Every day I'm looking at a different face. What's the point of confidence? What's the point of anything? Everything's constantly changing. The only thing that you can put any effort in or any kind of anything in is just to be happy and a good person. And good thoughts, good words, and all that stuff, you know? But instead, we're doing all this stupid shit. And I'm sitting here going through all this weird stuff and picking up on all these weird things. And then I have nobody to even talk to about this stuff. But there's so many people who know exactly what's happening. And they say nothing. My tongue looks so pink. I just had a bunch of coffee and coffee cream. I don't get it. Everything's just super pink. I feel like I've been shrunk down to miniature size right now. And I'm like in a little glass mouse box. And whoever has like owns the mouse box put a pink sunlight in there, and I'm like, everything's pink, get it away. And it's like, nope. I'm like, get it away. And it's like, nope. I'm like, get it away. And it's like, nope, just gonna make it more intense the more you ask me to make it go away. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna ask you to make it go away. I'm just gonna stare my face right into the pink light. And it's like, okay, good. But this entire time I'm like, this is so annoying. This is so annoying. I don't even know what to call myself anymore. I was going to call myself like, do you know, years ago, my little 4-year-old, 3-year-old niece, I was like, what should I change my name to? She's like, I'm like, what do you think my name is right now? And one of the first words she's ever learned to write out was star. I never even told him about this channel, and I was like, so cute. Oh, and apparently, on a more personal note, a lot of these people who are pretending to be card readers on what I perceive to be the internet are actually working with people I know in real life. I picked up on that yesterday. I was asking the Holy Spirit, I'm like, hey, it's me, your girl, the one that stirs the pot every time I show up here. And they were like, what? And I'm like, what is it you don't want me to know that's right in front of my face? And they were like, nope. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I clicked on one of a YouTuber I usually I like normally. She's really fun. And she said my dad's name. And I was like, every single thing in my mental spider neurological web, whatever, went bing. And I was like, it was as if somebody took a bowl off of a plate and showed me what's underneath. And I was like, is this true though? So I've been stewing over that since yesterday. I unsubscribed from a bunch of people. Unsubscribe. Now it's like, nope, not doing this no more. And I've noticed how to pick up on a different energy. So thanks for that. And that's how this energy today has been coming to me. Like I'm noticing a lot of different people and specific people, and I'm able to recognize more and more their actual darkness level, not just their light. So it's been interesting. One of the big keys that I've noticed that I've overlooked is a personality habit of people who say, well, it made you stronger. Get out. And then the other ones who say, be patient. It's divine planning. Trust the process. That sounds like what a vampire would say, or a rapist while they're raping you. Get out. And then the ones who are constantly reinforcing negative experiences about baby daddies, death, sickness, disease, etc. They're obviously working with the dark in those times. Can people change and improve? Absolutely. I'm living proof of that. Do they want to? Not without incentive. And it's really funny to me how God is toying with the collective, both male and female, mother and father, the source, the Most High, is playing with all of you through people like me. And I'm starting to notice it. Through the social media, celebrity industries, tech fields, biotech fields, all these different things that I seem to have all of this knowledge to. And you know what I'm noticing, you guys? White Queen from X-Men. Okay, I'm going to give you this example. And those of you who know X-Men will be like, oh shit. Oh shit. And then they'll be like, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. When Jean Grey is around people, she does not use her telepathy unless given consent, and she does not use it unless she's fighting someone. And even then, she's like, it's not okay to mess with people's minds. Professor X only does it when he can ensure his manipulation won't be seen or traced. White Queen, Emma Frost, Does it no matter what? What do you know? Now I know. I've recently come to the realization that I'm telepathic and what that actually feels like, differentiated from other extrasensory perception abilities. I have all the clairs, okay? So I've been sitting here thinking a lot, watching a lot of X-Men stuff, a lot of X-Men toys, remembering my past life, the kindness I was, the naivety, the sadness, and all that stuff. And then thinking, then there's all my ancestors and everyone that came before me having to be forced to live lives they don't want to live. And then there's all these people in the world utilizing magic through the dark arts to do terrible things to people using the magic for the good arts, and neither is good or evil in their own eyes. Because they assume God is also good and evil, so they justify their behavior with the duality of a false God. And I was thinking, so why am I helping you? If I'm not gaining financial reward for this, notoriety, fame, or assistance from any secret society or shadow organization or anything, I live off my Social Security disability income check every month. That's what I live on in the studio apartment. So sorry. Sometimes I even have to go to the food pantry and sit there with my expired ID and get food given to me in a box. Sometimes Tuesday, sometimes whatever. So I was tuning into how people make money. And I was like, interesting. That's a really interesting way to do it. And then I realized I've been doing it better than all of you all along for so long. And I mean this in the humblest way, because I was intended to be doing it better than everybody so that everybody could learn without me knowing what I'm doing. So I would just keep doing it naturally. But now that joke's up, buddy. And I can redirect this telepathy to go the other way. Instead of just picking up messages, I can actually look and learn as well. I can remote view as well. I can manifest money as well. So the difference seems to be something else, right? What am I doing differently? I've been on a whole other level and teaching you guys without knowing. And I have overlooked the simple basics because I've been doing it the other way for so long. So being here, I've been the student and the teacher because I completely overlooked the simple methods, which to this civilization seem to be advanced spiritual methods and teachings. But to me, I learned these things thousands and thousands of solar cycles ago, like almost 80 some thousand, I assume, because it's 2 Kali Yuga cycles. Like I've been through this before more than once. And I had forgotten the simple truth of manifestation of basic things. Because I had everything provided. It was just bloop, bibbity bobbity boo, it's there, And here it's like, why isn't it bibbity bobbity booing? It's not instant. Why is this taking so long? Etc. Oh, right. And now, years later, on the other side of it, after this vision today, I'm putting all the pieces together and I'm like, oh, right. Time. Timey-wimey. I know all about that, don't I? And then that reminded me again of White Queen. Now it's like, wait a minute. Hmm. You know those like memes where there's like a bunch of numbers and like steam coming out of the head, and it's just like, wait, I can actually do this and take care of myself, and it's okay to do it this way. Because in the other realms, doing it that way seems like it's so like, ooh, you're writing something down, you're chanting something, you're doing a little dance to manifest that. What do you mean you're repeating something over and over and over? You mean you have to think of something more than once to manifest it? You mean you can actually like you guys have gotten away with stuff previously? Huh. Now there's the funny thing. Jean Grey, Psylocke, Emma Frost, three of the powerful telepaths, and Xavier. I don't need to be Psylocke about it. I don't need to be Jean Grey about it. I'm already White Queen about it without even knowing I've had it all this time, and I've just known like so much about so much without even knowing what it's about. So I have access to stuff like a web and a grid and connections, especially to those who have been vampires. And they've taken a lot from a lot of people. This ties into these metal objects around space. Trust for a minute. When that energy goes the other way, you guys move those things from the direction that you have them. You can even close the panels for a while. But I'm telling you this as mortal and channeled consciousness. If you are doing something that is diverting, preventing, blocking, limiting, constricting, resisting a flow of energy that is meant for someone else or something else. Now I'm seeing a pipeline that has parasitic pipelines attached to it. Remove the parasitic connections, recheck the foundations and the firmaments. There is a shift happening in the solar system, and it's a shift of clarity. Similar to me recognizing I don't have to be victimized by telepathy, I can actually use it beneficially, along with empathy and, the other clairs to help people in a way that's actually beneficial and provides me with an income too. And I don't have to feel bad about it. I don't have to be the wounded healer or the gypsy beggar. I can actually, oh, and here I thought if I did stuff like that, basic manifestation, that I was kind of doing it wrong and I had to keep doing better and better. And then I was doing it the other way, and then the entire time I was filling other people's pockets. But they forgot where the strings lead to. So everything they stole and all that energy that's being redirected to another direction, cosmically, astrologically, solar light, lunar light, starlight, water, pathways, volcano ejection areas, places that are like hurricane alleys, dams that are built, underground bunkers with metal gates. I'm seeing water seep through those. and like weird. Oh, is that lava? That's nasty. Please get to somewhere safe. I don't know what's going on with you guys. I don't want to talk about this. This is too much. There's so many. And these people say that these people have no souls, that they're NPCs. That's so heartless. I can't sense a single NPC on this entire reality plane. Not a single one. The only ones that are remotely hollow are the ones who are being puppeted by entities. And those entities bring them to life when they need something. It's like a suit they're wearing. A hollow gong. Weird. And stop hating on reptilians, whoever you people are. Like, just stop. There's good ones and bad ones, and I've seen some good ones. And I call me the snake handler if you want. Somebody called me that the other day, and I was like, I just saw a video on Facebook about some dude in a cobra pit, and he was picking the cobras up and just tossing them out of his way. And I was like, and Mother Nature, bitch. What did you think? It's even written in those books. The soul of the world cried out for help. It's been crying out so much. Hi there. The cry has become solid. Word. No, I'm not saying it's me, dum-dum. I'm saying the cry of the world has become so loud. The world has been covered from that word into flesh. The thought of goodness and connection. I keep seeing the word Nazi. And I can't tell if it's being shown to me in Farsi, which would mean Nazi, or maybe it's Assyrian, Nazi, kind of like petting something, or if it's, you know, you know who I'm talking about. They the worst excuses for human experience ever. Ever. Oh man, that just knocked me back into wanting to bitch slap one of those NAZIs. I'm gonna go watch that Captain America movie where they punch him in the nuts. I was like, oh, you want to punch a Nazi? Yes, actually. In 3 different dimensions of reality now.